Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. What's good? What's good? What's good? So let's get through some stuff. Tonight there will not be a live. I will most likely post a video, but it will not be live. I scratched my nose, and I'm going out to dinner with the boys for the holidays, so that's going to be a very big deal. What else do we have going on? We've got Microsoft. Now, yesterday I told you Microsoft, had voted down the idea of introducing Bitcoin into its treasury, right? It's worse than that. It's far worse than that. And what I mean is that Microsoft not only voted it down, their shareholders voted it down. Only 1%, less than 1%, sorry, had voted for it to happen. Less than 1%. I want you to think about this. Who are the shareholders of Microsoft? Let me give you a few. Let me give you a little handful, right? Vanguard owns a little more than 9%. BlackRock Advisors owns 5.77%. State Street 3.89%. Fidelity 2.84%. Geode Capital Management 2.22. JP Morgan Investments 1.84. T. Rowe Price 1.82. Eaton Vance Management 1.66. BlackRock Life 1.52. Bill Gates 385, sorry. So when I look at that, I'm like, last time I checked, BlackRock, Fidelity, even JP Morgan, all directly in the cryptocurrency game. All directly involved. Now, I don't think it was a diss to Michael Saylor, but I wonder if the institutions were thinking Microsoft's got a lot of cash and that could be a problem for them. That direct competition. We already have MicroStrategy doing it. We don't need Microsoft doing it with all that cash on hand. That's a statement. That is a serious statement. So I'm just wondering, what's the reasoning behind it? I mean, truth be told, Microsoft doesn't need it, but is it that they want to keep Microsoft in the dark ages? I mean, Microsoft could still do something like accept Bitcoin for payment. So not adding it to its treasuries, but accepting it for payment would be a really big deal. A really big deal. Like, go to the Microsoft store online or in person and buy whatever it is you're going to buy and boop, boop, pay with, crypto. They should really do that. They should really do that. The world isn't changing. The world has changed. And that's what people need to realize. But that one thing, 1%, less than 1%, closer to like 0.5%. Wow. That means all of the big boys said no. All of them. Mind you, what I would say is the percentages are based on who voted. Okay? It's based on who voted, not percentage of all shareholders, because nobody ever gets, well, I'm not going to say nobody, but it's rare that you'll get 100% voting of your shareholders, right? And you've got Riot Platforms. More bad news. Just joking. It's great news. Riot Platforms raised $525 million to buy more Bitcoin so that they can also, expand their AI operations. So what they're saying is that we're already doing what MicroStrategy does. We mine for Bitcoin, but we're also investing in Bitcoin and we're investing in our systems. The other day, you heard about Marathon buying, a wind farm. a lot of these players are really stepping up their game. A lot of these miners are really stepping up their game. So I don't listen to them when they cry, because when they cry, to me, it's crocodile tears. I listen to them when they make moves. You can yap as much as you want. I'm paying attention to what you're doing. That's how my research works. I want to see what you're doing. You know what I mean? Talk is cheap. Just think about Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan. Jamie Dimon will scream and cry and yell and kick and scream. Just, Bitcoin is bad. It's pet rocks. Meanwhile, JP Morgan has its own freaking blockchain. And I told you last night that they sealed a deal with MasterCard to integrate that blockchain. Kinetics. Used to be Onyx. So yeah, talk is cheap. When I listen to some of these people, opening up their mouths, I just wish they'd shut up. Then I have all these new people out of the new regime, children of, talking as if they are crypto OGs. Sit down and take many a seat, please. Sit down and take many a seat. You have nothing to say about Bitcoin. And this is what I mean. Everybody's a rock star when crypto's on the upswing. When crypto's on the upswing, everybody knows what they're talking about. They have no history. So when crypto's on the downswing, they don't know what to do. And I'm willing to bet if crypto goes on the downswing, they'll be the first there talking about, see, we shouldn't have done that. I said so. Da, da, da. Yeah. Yeah. Quick to flip. So listen. If you want to listen to somebody spewing some nonsense just because it happens to match what you're talking about, okay. All right. But when that turns into the downside, I almost said dark side because, Star Wars. I just sit there and I just kind of giggle. Do your own research and pay attention to it now. Don't listen to somebody who just got in the game who's trying to act like they've always been in it. They haven't. They have not. Listen to people who are being introduced that they just got in it and now they're being called like crypto this and crypto that. Pay attention. We need people that are here to do real things. Real things. And it can't just be, it's crypto, so it's got to be okay. Stamp of approval. Can't be that. Cannot be that. We need a pragmatic approach to crypto regulation. So we need some real deal people. Did you listen to me the other day when I told you that Hester Pierce has a 3-prong program that would stomp out Operation Chokepoint 2.0? Gotta love crypto, mom. She's like, and she starts off with, the first one has got to be regulation. Clear regulation. Another one was stop, stomping on innovation. You're going to bring somebody to court and they're innovating something. You don't even know what that is and you want to take them to court. I'm just saying, she's got ideas. She's a real deal person that should be involved in the conversation. So if you're listening out there, please make sure Hester Pierce has a seat at the table. Just saying. So then you've got 21X. Actually, let's talk about Riot Platforms getting into Bitcoin and AI. I wanted to get a little bit deeper into that. And the only reason why is because AI and crypto are winding up hand in hand and not just at the miners. The third leg of that, quantum computing. Those are the 3 legs that are going to take everything to the next level. So doing your own research so that you can verify things is a huge deal. A huge deal. So please do that. Make sure you do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest with confidence, but really invest deliberately, right? That's the GMB3. Do your own research, know your entries and exits, and invest deliberately. All that gives you confidence. And while we're sitting here, I'm looking at the numbers, and I always start with the top 25 losers. Right now, I'm looking at, the winners taking over the losers list. That ought to tell you something. That ought to tell you something. Right now, as I glance over, we'll do the numbers later, but as I glance over, out of the top 25, only 18 are actually losers. And even then, out of the 18, you could say there's another 7 that are below 1% in loss. Excuse me, just saying. Just pointing that out there to you. 21X and Milano Global. They're getting deeper into tokenization, and it's because regulatory approvals are being achieved. That's a very big deal. Tokenization is going to be huge. It will be the biggest thing about Web3. Tokenization will be the biggest thing about Web3. I know we talk about gaming, but really, the whole metaverse gaming thing, no, really, it's going to be tokenization. It's going to be RWA, real world assets, being traded digitally, being able to, think about what you'd be able to do with some of these tokenization projects. Fractionalized, everything. Real estate, automobile titles. You can do a lot of things in tokenization. Makes it a lot easier. A lot easier. The flow of money is gonna wind up being insane. It really will. And people are not getting it yet. So I'm just listening. I'm just listening and watching. Taking notes, if you will. Bitget establishes a new hub in Lithuania. Why? MiCA Compliance. MiCA Compliance drove them to set up a hub in Lithuania. Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Because they're looking at expanding throughout Europe. Luxembourg, Lithuania, and I forgot the other place that, people start when they want to do things. Good morning, Stitchy. Yeah. The dog sometimes comes downstairs to say good morning and get his pets on. Hong Kong is exploring crypto investments. And I mean crypto investments as a municipality. As a government agency, they're saying, yeah, we're looking into this. Huge. Huge. Why is that huge? Because that's not China's perspective. Maybe China's coming around, or maybe they're allowing Hong Kong to do its thing and understanding how it works. Okay. So I'm going to be interested to see if the Hong Kong Legislative Council actually does it. That would be nuts. State-backed crypto investments. That would be nuts. We'll see how that works. Something else that dropped my jaw this morning. Pudgy penguins. Couldn't even say it right. Couldn't say it right in a crypto minute. Barely say it right now. Pudgy penguins. There's a pudgy penguin. What? Single one. Costs more than Bitcoin. All those people talking about NFTs. A couple of weeks ago, I told you about how somebody had, put an NFT, a CryptoPunk, as collateral for a loan, a $2.75 million loan. Damn. And then you have this, pudgy penguins being worth more than a single Bitcoin. Bitcoin's over 100 grand. Just saying, it's over 100 grand. Let that wash over you. Wow. Wow, wow. Australia's got a little bit of a controversy going on. And what's the controversy? One of their leads, not even one of, the lead for crypto regulations, compared crypto to cigarettes in jail. I'm pretty sure that's not what they meant. You know what I mean? But that is a currency in jail. Right? And he's saying that there are certain laws that, deal with stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. And that's all he was explaining. That's all they were explaining. And because I don't know if it's he or she, that's all they were explaining. And I was just like, wow. And people lost their minds. And I'm kind of like, but even if they did mean like cigarettes in jail. Isn't that how it started? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. These are things that, I look at and I just go, it's interesting. It's very interesting how, excuse me, been up very early. Went to bed late. But it's very interesting to see what we key in on and what we don't. That's not a big deal. He's talking about the laws that are on the books at the moment and what they mean. And there was a quick comparison between, it's like, wait, jail, cigarettes in jail? What? Yeah. Get off that. Get off that. There's a bigger picture. Sometimes I think that we key in on such, stupid things that we miss the big picture. Microsoft's vote of less than 1% of their voting shareholders to say, they said, oh, we want it. And 99 point some odd percent said no. Oh, excuse me. That's got to make you stop and go, damn. And the reason why is because it says there's just not enough education out there. There's just not enough education out there. So, which is why I say, you know what? Go to the store and buy the book. Go to Amazon and buy the book. Learn a little something. Crypto Foundations for Building Multi-Generational Wealth. When we launch a new site, we'll be relaunching all of our classes. This is what we're talking about. The GMB community is growing and growing by leaps and bounds. Something else that you can take part in right now, actually. We've got a Big Bagger meeting. It's a private video conference call of all our Big Bagger members. And it happens Sunday at 1 p.m. So if you want to be in on that video conference, that private video conference, you better become a Big Bagger by then and make sure I get your email address. CW, if you're listening, I do not have your email address, sir. So please make sure I get your email address so you can chime in. All right? But you know what we should do? We should get into the numbers. That's right. Because not everybody's paying attention to numbers, and they really, really, really should. This is what I mean. Look at this. From 19 to 25 is in the green. This is the GMB Crypto Tracker top 25 losers. Is that nuts or what? Now, Magic Eden just had their airdrop, and they're down 7.49%. They've been down, but now they're down 7.49%, and they have a GMB X factor of 2.51. Yeah, that's a problem for them. Just saying. It's just hilarious to me. It really, really is. I know it's mean, but it is hilarious to me. Who else on this list of losers am I paying attention to? Radium. All right. Radium's down 1.92%, GMB X factor of 2.11. Do I care about anything? Look at that. As soon as we got here, we were underneath 5%. As soon as we got here to number 4, we're underneath 5%. Then you get here, you get to number 11, you're down in the 0 range. That means the bulk of the top 250 coins are doing all right. Let's take a look at the winners. Got some big winners. Aave up 30%. GMBX factor of 0.83. That's awesome. Not going to look at this guy because it just ticks me off. Sui is up 25%. A GMBX factor of 0.03. New highs. That's why. New highs. Who's not happy about Sui? I keep telling people about Sui. Sui's number 18. Chainlink is up 21%. A GMBX factor of 0.90. Slowly moving up the ladder. Pay attention to Chainlink. It wasn't that long ago. Chainlink was $9, and I was telling you guys, please pay attention to Chainlink. Please pay attention to Chainlink. It was $9. It was $9. It's 3 times that now. Just saying. Uniswap up 17%, even though Radium beat it by monthly volume. It's only monthly volume. Uniswap's still big bad boy out there. GMBX factor of 1.45. Beam is up 17%. GMBX factor of 0.14. Aptos is up 14%. GMBX factor of 0.46. Oh man, even Farcoin is up again, another 14.49%. GMBX factor of 0.12. It's a joke. That's why people are buying it. It's funny. Farcoin. It's funny. So degens are just buying it up. Can't blame them. It's funny as hell. Aerodrome Finance. Somebody wanted me to get involved in that, and I'm glad I didn't. But it's up 14%. New highs. It's got a GMBX factor of 0.06. Who else is up? Sushi Swap up another 13%, 13.84, and a GMBX factor of 9.3. I think they can make it. I really do. I really do think they can make it. Who else am I paying attention to? Yeah, that's it. I mean, you can talk about Gotius Maximus and Virtual Protocol, both up over 11.75%. GMBX factor for Virtual's Protocol is 0.05. The GMBX factor for Gotius Maximus is 0.81. Go back to Virtual's Protocol, 0.05. That means they're hitting highs. They're hitting all new highs. That's what that means. Just saying, we should be paying attention to certain things, and these are certain things we should be paying attention to. Now, tonight, like I said, I'm going out to dinner with the boys. It's our annual holiday dinner, Core 4. So I will not be doing a live tonight, but I will be releasing an early evening video to capture whatever news happens between now and then. All right? This is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you have a good one. And if you like what I'm doing, smash the likes, as well as become a member. Big Baggers is a very big deal. Our private video conference call happens on Sunday, and it's a monthly event. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.